Hi everyone. So my dissertation title was In Pursuing the American Dream, How Prohibitive is Social Class in Creating Social Mobility, a study of Black American entrepreneurs in hip hop. So I started with something that I was really interested in, which was music festivals. But the more that I researched, I felt that my topic was shifting and changing. So the route that my dissertation topic took and ended up at was looking at musicians starting their own festivals, particularly looking at Odd Future and Jay-Z, then looking at black music culture, and in particular black hip-hop stars and entrepreneurship and success, then looking at the American dream, and for me that was the turning point in which my topic started to solidify. All the other previous research started to click into place, relating it back to the American dream. And then I explored Black American history, opportunity, social mobility, and social class. I managed to sustain my interest through the topic just because of how much I was learning. You'd read something and just find it fascinating, and it would make you want to research into something more. And I found once I was near completing my dissertation, I actually could have had if I had more time and more words, could have written like maybe another 5,000 words. I really got stuck into it, which was really good because you want to be able to keep an interest in it for as long as you are writing it is a long time. So for me, the research process was not linear at all. And occasionally that did make me quite frustrated, and it just wasn't straightforward like you might expect it to be. I found things overlapped frequently. I'd read something and it would jog my memory as to something I'd previously read. So it makes you go back and look at your other readings already done. And it makes you feel like you're chasing your tail a little bit, but then everything starts to click into place, and it just feels really rewarding when you can start to see everything making sense. So that was really good. But for me, I use quite a few different theories in my work, and that's the point of that, is to support arguments and themes. And I found that I used themes kind of more towards the end. It was kind of fitting them into my research rather than finding a theme and finding a theory and researching around that. So for reading for my dissertation, I started with looking at just articles and news stories online and finding something that's kind of on trend and on topic. For me, my research properly started when Paul recommended a book called The Black Culture Industry, and I started to notice reoccurring themes in that book and went to read other books on music industry, and just things like success and opportunity kept popping up, and I knew that for me that was where the research was going to start taking place and start reading from that point. So yeah, that started to then form the structure of my dissertation. So it took a while, but the themes kind of start to present themselves, and then you can build up your structure. So when I started to read and research about Black American history, the American dream quickly became really obvious to me that this is what the argument was going to be for my dissertation, and that it would be the main theme that runs throughout this piece of work. So the American dream depicts that America is the land of opportunity and equality, and that everything is achievable and regardless of race and gender. And this was the light bulb moment. I knew that that was what I needed to argue, and from my previous readings I already had it all in my mind of, okay, I know I can argue this point and stuff. So it felt great knowing that suddenly it just clicks and it's really good. So each time I read a book or article, I highlighted it and then typed it up, whatever the quote or the idea was from that book. And I started to collect lots of these points and opinions from researching, which then helped me form my key themes and ideas, and then use them to build my chapters. I like to see my work, so I used a lot of mind maps and found that really helped to generate the evidence in the chapters for my work. So the writing process is obviously the big bulk of it. So I spent a lot of time continually researching my key themes and taking notes, as I've just explained. And I found myself piecing together all the information and quotes and opinions that I'd found, kind of much